Hey guys, it's Mrs. DeFelice. I'm here to talk to you today about Story Champs. Here it comes. All right, hopefully you just finished watching the video or listening to the song for Story Champs, right? So our song went through the character or who, the problem or the bad thing that happened. The feeling is how the character feels. The action is how we solve the problem. And the ending. How does the story end? So, what is the title of our story today? Does anybody want to take a guess? The title of our story is Doctor. So, here we go. Yesterday, David was anxiously sitting in the doctor's office. The doctor gave David a shot in his arm and one in his leg. He was sad because his arm and leg hurt. David asked the doctor for a treat because he wanted to feel better. Then the doctor said, "Sure, here's a lollipop for you." After David ate his sweet lollipop, his arm and leg didn't hurt anymore. All right, so we heard the story once. Now, what we usually do is we go backwards and tell the story again using the gestures. So remember, the title of our story is Doctor. Okay, do it with me. Ready? Yesterday, David was anxiously sitting in the doctor's office. Now, our character's name is David. If you don't remember our character's name, you could always look at the picture and tell us if it's a boy or a girl. I see that it's a boy, David. The doctor gave David a shot in his arm and one in his leg. That's a problem. David was feeling sad because his arm and leg hurt. David asked the doctor for a treat because he wanted to feel better. Now, when we talk about the action, friends, we always talk about something that they have to do or something that they might say. So in this story, he has to say something. He has to say, "Can I have a treat?" Or maybe he said, "Can I have a lollipop?" Then the ending was the doctor said, "Sure, here's a lollipop for you." After David ate the sweet lollipop, his arm and leg didn't hurt anymore. So that's the end. He gets a lollipop and he feels better. All right, so now the first time you read the story, I'm going to go through and talk about some of these questions. So the first question we're going to talk about is who is in the story? Does anybody remember his name? It's, did you say it? Maybe you can say if it's a boy or a girl. Remember, we just went over this. This character is a boy. Now, his name was David. What was David doing? Well, I'm going to look at the picture and I know that there's a doctor and David. So what is he doing? He's going to the doctor's office. And that also answers our where question. Where is the other story part? We're going to add those in a little bit. Where is he? He's at the doctor's office. So now let's talk about the problem. Oh no, friends, I see the problem. David got a shot. One in his arm and one in his leg. That is a problem. How does David feel about his problem? Let's look at his face, friends. Oh no, he has tears. He has a frown. Do you think he's feeling happy or sad? I think he feels sad. Now, what did David do to solve his problem? David had to say something. Do you remember what he said? He said, "Can I have a treat?" Or "Can I have a lollipop?" Let me move my picture again so you guys can see David. Oh, and how does the story end? The story ends by David feels better because he's eating his lollipop. All right, now the next thing we're going to talk about is our story was about doctors. So, what group does doctors belong to? Is a doctor a food? Is a doctor people? Or is a doctor a place? A doctor is people. I hope everyone's touching people. Good job. Now, does anybody know, what does a doctor do? Oh, look, this first picture is showing the doctor is looking in the boy's mouth. She's looking to check out his throat. The doctor over here is listening to the girl's heart. This doctor is looking in the girl's ear or the baby's ear. And the last doctor is feeling her throat. So those are just some of the things that doctors do. All right. Well, I thought after you guys listened to that story that you might want to listen to a song since you guys did such a great job. So there are 2 songs for you here today. One, and they're both about doctors. So in case you're interested in those. Oh, hold on. We're not going to play that. We're going to go to the next one. And now it's time for you guys to tell the story. Okay? You guys can go through the pictures again and point to them and tell the story if you can. If not, maybe mom or dad could do it with you. So now the next few slides are questions after you read the story a few times, okay? So don't try these questions if this is the first time you're reading this story. But what we did was we made who questions. So who was in the story? Was it a boy or a girl? It was David or a boy. Here's the next one. Where was David? Was David at the park or at the doctor's office? I know it was the doctor's office. What was the problem? Did he get a shot or did he get a lollipop? What was the problem? This is tricky. The problem was that he got a shot. He did also get a lollipop, but that wasn't the problem. That helped solve the problem. How does David feel about his problem? Oh, remember, he was sad. What does David do to solve the problem? Does he ask for a lollipop or does he have a tantrum? I hope you guys do this one. Remember, just use your words. Ask for a lollipop. And how does David feel at the end of the story? After his lollipop, he feels, which one? Happy or sad? I hope you touched happy with me. I got it. Happy. Now it's your turn. Can you tell a story about a time when you went to the doctor? Maybe you got a shot. Maybe you hurt your wrist and needed to get a Band-Aid. I want you and mom or dad to talk about when you went to the doctor. And if you can't do all the parts, maybe mom or dad could help you with that. Don't forget, go through all the parts in the story. Don't forget the character. Don't forget the problem. Make sure you talk about the feeling, the action, and the ending. All right, guys, guess what? That was it for our Story Champ story. I hope you liked it. See you next time. Bye.